public space is incredibly important. Urban space, between buildings, particularly if the buildings co-located synergetically, there's going to be important that the spaces between allow you to choose and identify all the buildings in the vicinity. And I think the outdoor space could also be an activity space and should be activated. That's why I also am in favor of privatizing public space, to allow for that activation to be more intensified. I mean, oftentimes we do see a lot of those public-private partnerships where there's, even if it's public land, the adjacent developer can kind of take it on and use it. These are useful. I think the client is the one with the more immediate interest to make that exciting and active. I mean, for the municipalities, they simply have too many public spaces to look after, and they don't have the resource and many other issues. And I think it's also about diversifying the character and offering and audiences. There will be always multiple audiences, but they could also be differentiated in different public spaces. And I think outdoor spaces are a great resource, and it's very important to develop them together with the buildings. So to do urban districts, to do always a piece of urban embedding when we're doing a project. But if the site boundary is actually the edge of the wall, and you don't have impact, then it's difficult. It's definitely very important to take on the surfaces of the exterior. I mean, we've done it in the Cincinnati project, we've done it in Vitra and other in Wolfsburg, where we take on the public surfaces and we unify them with the interiors, with the facade, and you get an articulation where you get the integration of the public spaces. And you can, Zaha, you sort of sometimes talk about outdoor rooms. Yes, you take care of lighting, you furnish. I've seen nice examples in different conditions. Rather than having generic tarmac and graphic for traffic, in particular when it comes to pedestrianization, which I think is also a big theme, and you can see a lot of developers and who take on groups of buildings are very heavy investing in the public realm and the pedestrianized zones. So it needs to be quite robust, of course, but we can work obviously with stones, with in situ concrete, with beautiful prefab elements of concrete, even sometimes metal elements, and working with green zones, patches of green and planters and so on, as well as important to have nice exterior lighting, so there's a well-lit space. Yes, we've done a lot of this, and to offer seating and zones of relaxation to make it really be taken on. I think there's never enough of benches and edges to sit on and so on. And I feel that, and particularly we've done that also in a place like Korea and Seoul, where there was no public park easily accessible, and we created a whole kind of integrated architecture with landscape and park on multiple levels. And we have a very nice pick up and take up by the general public of that. People are initially skeptical, they're scared, and this kind of feeling of bringing everybody on board before something is done. That kind of sense of democracy doesn't work because nothing gets done. And what we often see, let an entrepreneur take on something and then show, and if it's successful, it's there. If it's unsuccessful, the entrepreneur is burned and disappears and somebody else has a chance.